Welcome to lumberpro, where chainsaws scream, harvesters roar, and log trucks roll. Join us to explore raw machinery, wild forests, and the journey of timber from stump to sawmill. Power up, head to the woods with lumberpro. The tree stump removal excavator is a type of heavy machinery equipped with a specialized claw or stump puller designed to uproot trees and stumps from the ground. This machine is commonly used in land clearing, site preparation, and post-logging cleanup. Excavators used for stump removal are often fitted with specialized attachments such as grapple buckets to grip and pull the stump, stump rippers with sharp teeth to pierce and cut through roots, stump grinder heads that crush and grind the stump in place. The machine operates using the powerful hydraulic force of the boom arm. The operator maneuvers the arm to dig deep into the ground, clamp onto the stump, and then lift and yank it out. In some cases, roots may need to be cut first with a hydraulic blade attachment. Saves time and labor compared to manual stump removal. Capable of handling large and old stumps. Can combine stump pulling and grinding on-site for quick disposal. Causes significant soil disturbance, affecting soil structure, generates loud noise, potentially disturbing nearby areas, can be hazardous if not operated correctly, posing risks to both operator and machinery. A stump grinder is a specialized machine used to grind down or shred tree stumps left after a tree has been cut down, instead of uprooting the entire root system. It works by spinning a cutting disc or wheel with hardened steel teeth that chip away the stump into mulch. The stump grinder typically consists of the following components: grinding disc or wheel with cutting teeth, engine powered by gasoline, diesel, or electricity, control handles for maneuvering and precision operation, chassis with wheels or tracks. Some models are excavator mounted. The machine operates by lowering the spinning grinding disc onto the surface of the stump. The cutting teeth scrape, carve, and chip away layers of wood until the stump is reduced to mulch or ground below soil level. Causes less soil disturbance compared to stump pulling. Fast, neat, and effective for small to medium-sized stumps. Easier to control, ideal for urban areas or residential yards. Does not remove the full underground root system. Less effective on large or deeply rooted stumps. Produces noise and wood dust, requiring protective gear. The log splitter stands tall in the lumber yard, like a cold-blooded machine from a mechanical world. Each time a log is placed on its bed, the V-shaped steel wedge slowly descends, pressing forcefully into the timber. A heavy cracking sound echoes as the trunk splits into two, then four parts. Wood fibers peel apart along the grain, releasing the deep, earthy scent of the forest. The log splitter operates via a powerful hydraulic system, generating pressure up to several tons. When the lever is engaged, the hydraulic piston pushes the splitting wedge into the log with immense force. Depending on the wood type, soft like acacia or hard like ironwood, the pressure and duration are adjusted accordingly. Some modern machines can split logs automatically in multiple directions at once. The crack of splitting wood echoes sharply, like the sound of bones snapping in silence. Each split stretches and vibrates the wood under the weight of steel. Sawdust and tiny chips float in the air, catching light that highlights the silky grain. Watching the timber split smoothly and symmetrically brings a strange satisfaction, like mastering nature by precision. The log splitter plays a crucial role in the post-harvest processing phase. It reduces large tree trunks into smaller segments suitable for trucks, hills, or further processing like sawing and drying. Thanks to the splitter, what used to be a heavy and dangerous manual task is now faster, safer, and more consistent. Manual log splitters use human force or simple engines, suitable for households or small workshops. Their advantages include low cost and easy maintenance, but they offer lower productivity and higher injury risk. In contrast, modern automatic splitters feature safety sensors, high efficiency, adjustable splitting force, and multi-directional splitting, ideal for industrial scale operations. Log splitters maximize forest resource use by reducing substandard logs into firewood, sawdust, biomass pellets, or paper pulp. This significantly reduces wood waste, lessens the need for new tree felling, and promotes a circular economy in the forestry sector. Log splitters generate loud noise when splitting large or dense logs, averaging between 85 to 100 decibels, similar to a train. This affects hearing and can cause fatigue over time. Therefore, they should be installed in soundproofed areas, or operators should wear noise-canceling earmuffs to maintain occupational health. Log splitters can cause serious injury if operated incorrectly. The sharp steel wedge and massive hydraulic pressure can crush hands or feet in an instant. Flying with chips may damage the eyes, and prolonged loud noise can lead to hearing loss. Operators are required to wear protective gear, safety goggles, gloves, and maintain a safe working distance. In the cool, lush forest, where sunlight streamed through the canopy like golden ribbons, the sudden wail of a chainsaw pierced the air, howling like a siren announcing the start of the workday. It was a sound that roused the creatures of the woods and signaled the beginning of a laborious day for the lumberjack. And from that moment, the journey of transformation for an ancient tree trunk began. The chainsaw roared in the silent ancient forest, its sharp scream slicing through the still air. The spinning blade sank deep into the trunk, bursting through thick bark as sawdust exploded like tiny fireworks. The wood groaned and cracked under invisible pressure until the whole tree shuddered and crashed to the ground, shaking the earth with its weighty fall. In the midst of the still forest, the chainsaw ignited like a mechanical beast awakening. Its metallic scream echoed with each pulse, the blade spinning like a steel storm carving into timber. Sawdust floated in the filtered light beneath the canopy, tracing ghostly spirals through the once tranquil air. The roar of the chainsaw swept through the forest like an alien sound. Birds scattered in a flutter of panic, and leaves fell like rain before the ground trembled with the tree's collapse. As the tree fell, a patch of sky opened above, casting a harsh beam of sunlight across the forest floor, a new silence following the loss. The chainsaw lunged forward like a steel jaw, grinding through the tough layers of wood. Each rotation of the blade scorched a dark scar into the trunk, as if the forest were being bitten by an unnamed creature. Its relentless growl echoed like a prolonged groan from the heart of the wilderness. As the blade completed its final circle, the trunk quivered slightly, swaying with a hesitant grace. Then suddenly, with a sharp, cracking snap, the entire tree tilted and fell to one side. In that instant, the air seemed to hold its breath, then erupted as the tree slammed into the ground. Dirt flew, birds scattered, and the once shaded grove was flooded with harsh, naked light. The trunk split and fell with a thunderous crash, halting the forest in a moment of stunned silence. Leaves drifted down like soft ash, and birds fell quiet. Where the tree once stood, only a hollow circle remained, blanketed in sawdust, a bare stump jutting upward. The ground sagged beneath the weight, not just of timber, but of memory. A chainsaw can cut through large tree trunks in a short amount of time, significantly reducing the harvesting duration compared to traditional manual methods such as axes or hand saws. With a chainsaw, workers don't need to exert as much physical effort, which reduces fatigue and increases daily productivity. Chainsaws can be used for various tasks, including felling trees, pruning branches, and milling wood on-site. They are effective on different wood types, from softwoods to hardwoods. The chainsaw blade enables accurate and straight cuts, minimizing wood loss due to incorrect cuts or splintering, thereby improving product quality. Designed to be compact and lightweight, chainsaws can be easily carried and operated in dense forests, steep slopes, or narrow areas where heavy machinery cannot access. Although chainsaws can be hazardous if used incorrectly, proper operation and safety protocols help reduce accidents compared to handling bulky manual tools. The chainsaw's high-speed rotating blade can cause deep cuts, including loss of fingers, hands, or other body parts in case of accidents. Kickback hazard. This dangerous phenomenon occurs when the tip of the blade strikes a hard object or gets stuck, causing the saw to jerk back violently toward the operator, potentially causing serious injury. Logging often takes place in forests with rough, slippery terrain, increasing the risk of falls, collisions, or being struck by falling trees. Sawdust and small wood chips can enter the eyes, causing irritation, corneal scratches, or severe damage, potentially leading to vision loss if protective goggles are not worn. Logging trucks are essential vehicles in the timber harvesting industry, responsible for transporting harvested logs from the forest to collection points or processing plants. These trucks usually have a sturdy build, large cargo beds, and specialized log securing systems to ensure safety during transit. Their large carrying capacity enhances harvesting efficiency by reducing the number of trips. In forest environments, logging trucks must navigate dirt roads, rugged trails, and sometimes very narrow paths. Drivers need professional skills to handle these complex terrains, avoiding vehicle damage and protecting the cargo. Trucks are often equipped with sturdy suspension systems and specialized tires to traverse mud, gravel, or slippery sections. Logging trucks play a vital connecting role in the forestry supply chain, transporting timber from harvesting sites to processing plants or storage areas. Efficient transportation helps maintain a stable supply, reduces costs and waiting times. This contributes to increasing the value of wood products and promotes sustainable economic development. On winding forest roads, a logging truck loaded with tree trunks quietly makes its way to the collection point. The steady engine hum mixes with the sound of tires crushing dirt, rocks, and mud under the heavy load. Under sunlight filtering through the canopy, the truck stands as a symbol of strength and durability, playing a crucial role in the entire timber harvesting and transportation process. Increased transport productivity. Trucks can carry large volumes of timber in a single trip, reducing the number of trips needed and saving fuel and time. Optimized supply chain. Truck transport quickly connects harvesting sites with processing facilities, speeding up production and delivery timelines. High flexibility. Trucks can access diverse terrains, from deep forests to industrial areas, allowing logging in various locations without changing equipment. Reduced loss and damage. Enclosed or well-secured trucks protect the timber from damage caused by impact, weather, or spillage during transit. Support for sustainable harvesting. Efficient transportation clears harvesting sites more quickly, easing pressure on forests and supporting replanting or conservation efforts. Risk of vehicle rollover. Due to the heavy and uneven weight of the wood, trucks can lose balance, especially on slopes, sharp turns, or slippery surfaces, leading to severe rollover accidents. Dangers of overloading. Overloading or improper wood stacking increases stress on the vehicle frame and braking system, causing mechanical failures or loss of control. Cargo securing issues. Improperly secured wood can fall off the truck during transit, posing dangers to other vehicles and pedestrians. Forest roads are often muddy, rough, or full of potholes, making vehicle control difficult and increasing risks of slipping, tipping, or collisions. Heavy rain, fog, or strong winds reduce visibility and road grip, raising the likelihood of accidents during wood transportation. The rough, massive tree trunks, still wearing their coarse bark, scarred by time, with knots, cracks, and traces of the wild, are steadily brought into the mill. They lie silent, heavy, and dignified, like relics of the ancient forest. But soon, under the sharp steel blades and the roaring machines, their raw forms will be sawn, sliced, planed, and transformed into planks, beams, or crafted furniture parts, taking on a new shape, precise, symmetrical, and purposeful. A transformation begins from a wild, untamed form to a creation shaped by human hands. A circular saw blade is a round metal disc with sharp cutting teeth along its edge, mounted on a high-speed rotating spindle. In wood processing, circular saws are commonly used to cut logs into boards or timber pieces of desired dimensions. They are the central cutting component in table saws, rip saws, and multi-blade saw machines. When the machine starts, the circular saw blade spins at a very high speed, often thousands of RPM. As the log is gradually fed into the blade, the teeth bite and cut through the wood fibers, slicing the log into evenly sized boards. The blade emits a sharp, steady whirring sound. The crackling of wood being torn into layers mixes with the hum of machinery, forming a mechanical symphony unique to the sawmill. The operator feels a gentle vibration through the saw table, and the rich, earthy scent of fresh cut wood fills the air. Circular saw blades allow for precise cutting in both length and thickness, producing clean, sharp cuts with minimal splintering. Modern mills often use laser guides or automatic sensors to ensure maximum cutting accuracy. The circular saw blade is the heart of the cutting process, the first step in turning raw logs into usable material. Boards produced by the blade will then go through planers, sanders, and eventually become furniture, flooring, or packaging materials. Adds value. Raw logs are processed into boards, planks, or semi-finished products with significantly higher market value. Creates stable employment for technicians, machine operators, drivers, and laborers. Boosts the wood processing industry, especially in rural or forested regions. Modern saw machines help boost cutting efficiency and minimize material loss. Enables custom cutting tailored to various in-product specifications. Allows optimized wood utilization, reducing waste. Adds value. Raw logs are processed into boards, planks, or semi-finished products with significantly higher market value. Creates stable employment for technicians, machine operators, drivers, and laborers. Boosts the wood processing industry, especially in rural or forested regions. Modern saw machines help boost cutting efficiency and minimize material loss. Enables custom cutting tailored to various in-product specifications. Allows optimized wood utilization, reducing waste. Thank you for watching today's timber harvesting journey. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any upcoming content about forestry, logging machines, and the stories from the woods. See you in the next video, where wood tells its story.